Do you have a light? Do you have a light in front of you that you can turn on?
No, Thrasher, I just moved into this fucking house.
You have a bulb?
Do you have like six?
Do you guys want to see what I'm dealing with back here?
No.
Yeah,
not
let me turn
really.
off my blurred background. Okay, so this is the new studio.
Beautiful.
Good
My
golf cart.
beautiful golf cart and some bicycles and a cat. There's a couch and a
I did see
fridge
a
and a
couch.
water heater. So
You have a
just
nice
so
fridge.
you guys are aware.
There's a nice fridge.
Shut up, Adrian. Just so you guys are aware.
You have a nice fridge.
Paradox. We recently moved, and is it on me? Is the camera on me?
Yeah.
Camera's on me. Okay.
All right.
So we recently moved, and this is the new studio. So there will be a wall going up, and we put some lights up. It's about 6 months out. So
Fuck
next
that.
season,
I want to record there. I have called dibs on the
Nah.
golf cart. I'm recording
Can
that.
I record from the golf cart while driving?
Well, yeah,
Yes,
dude,
you
we'll
can.
drive around. Oh, dude, that would be fun bonus content. Patreon coming
All
soon.
right.
We call it 3 dads in a batch.
3 dads and a what?
About that time to
I thought he was talking about ice cream. back in the day.
What?
What? Yeah, that made no sense.
Boom, boom, boom.
You like that?
So really quickly, first of all, is 205 a shoot weight? Because you're a thick ass 205.
Now I'm waking him up. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Don't worry that you're being recorded. Oh.
Oh,
That's a good question, actually.
This is 3 dads in a batch.
So let me pull up my notes here because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is a special night. Of course, my notes. Oh, they did carry over. Thank God. So tonight is a special night. You guys want to know why? Because we're doing some.
You think you
booking.
know him. You think you know him.
All right.
Think you
so
know.
we all know by now that Edge is in AEW.
Edge
No,
is
he's not. He-
The Meatloaf. Now,
Adam Copeland is in AEW.
Adam
Edge.
Copeland, the rated R superstar, is in AEW.
Adam
AEW
Copeland-
basically traded. They said you can have Jade, we take Edge. All right.
Yeah, so
Would
it's
the wrestling
a-
company do that?
a good
What
player
happened?
swap.
Yeah, good player swap. And we get a 2-for-1. We get Brian Pillman Jr. and Jade Cargill. So you're basically telling me I
That's
get
like
Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, I
that's
get
like
2
1
young
for 1 and a pick.
quarterbacks. Yeah, I get two young quarterbacks, and I get away with my Aaron Rodgers, who's gonna tear his Achilles in a week. Yeah, sure, you guys can have him. You know, excuse me,
Yeah,
Packer
okay.
fans.
Like a
So
player and a
anyway,
pick.
yeah, exactly. I like it. I truly like it because Brian Pillman Jr. has great potential. Come on, Phillies. I mean Marlins.
What happens? What happens if Brian Pillman shits the bed in NXT?
Then
Well,
he's
that's
just
what- that's
fucking
why-
garbage.
That's why you have a pick. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, trade him back.
But
get a different
we
pick.
all know they're not going to let Jay Cargill shit the bed, right? They're not.
Oh,
gonna
she's
let Jay
going main
Cargill-
roster. She's going right at the main
Target.
roster.
Yeah, they're not going to let her shit the bed. So
I'm gonna pick out when you
I
said
was-
go Phillies.
I was gonna say something flagrant, but I'm cool.
yes, she is black. We know.
I wasn't gonna say that.
I was gonna say
It
I
looks
want her
like
to
a
wear Argyle sweaters. Do you think she's
Is
gonna do
the camera hitting me? Because I'm not getting a green outline. So I want to make sure the camera's hitting me.
It is.
Yes, you are.
You are mostly, or you are dominating the screen, sir. There it is.
All right, so we are gonna have a fun night, boys and girls, because of the AE. Well, before we get into that, just to let everybody know the future of this show. The future of this show is going to be because myself and a certain podcaster on this show, we don't agree on things. We argue constantly. If you want to know who it is, go watch the past episodes.
We all know. who it is.
So the future of this show is going to be WCW Monday Night Nitro reviews. We all agree that Nitro was great in its heyday. So we're going to go back and enjoy. And the first episode we're starting with is obviously Scott Hall walking down. Because everything
Oh,
before that
I
sucked.
think we were starting with episode 1. I like that though.
No, we're gonna start where it matters. Scott Hall, baby.
You know why I'm here. You don't know why I'm here. That's what he said, right? You know why I'm here. You
Yeah.
don't know.
You know who I
You know
am.
who I am.
But you don't
You
know why.
know why.
I'm here.
Here.
There
Do you
go.
remember who was in the ring?
that was,
Slauson,
that
do you remember who was in the ring when that happened?
Yeah, it was Alex Wright and
I was gonna say, was that the Wunder King?
Wunderkind and somebody else. Who was the other?
Mike
Wasn't it Mike
Enos.
Enos?
Mike Enos.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. It was a classic Mike Enos Alex Wright match.
Who
It
is
got
the guy with the
ruined.
top? What was his name again with the top hat? Who was on the outside?
Colonel Robert Parker.
There it is.
Doug Dimmadome.
All right. So tonight we were not prepared. We were not prepared for that because again, I moved 3 hours away from my house, so we got a brand new home. We are very happy on the west coast of Florida. So we are going to be doing a fantasy because I love fantasies, fantasy football, fantasy basketball, fantasy baseball, those kind of fantasies. So we're gonna do fantasy booking, and we're gonna do AEW versus WWE updated. All right. So we're gonna do. I believe 8 matches on the main card, 2 on the pre-show, or however you guys want to do it. That's what I did. Whatever.
I did an
Alright.
extra pre-show match, but
Fucking dog, do you ever follow directions, bro?
I
Well, it's
didn't-
gonna
I
take you.
didn't-
It's gonna take you 45 minutes to get to talk about your card because you can't get
I
the
didn't-
words out. So we're okay.
So wait, do we have to like talk about storylines and shit?
Nope. Nope. We're gonna do AEW booking. We're doing cold matches. All right. So
Well, I wrote it like if I own the federation, it was a brand new federation.
okay, so you wrote it a little different. I wrote mine in front of a WWE/AEW mixed crowd.
I did
Alright.
mine high on my porch, so get ready for that. It's gonna be
I
I
fun.
did mine after taking about 1.5 shots.
So
There
for
you
the record, just so everybody knows, I quit. You can leave this in because everybody knows I'm a toker. I quit. So this is
Well,
gonna be
you're not-
really weird.
Okay, so
Huh?
I said not anymore. You're not a toker. You.
I'm not, bro. I quit. It sucks.
Aren't you microdosing?
No, shut up. No, I'm back on the gear. I'm back on the juice, so I gotta stay healthy. So here we go.
There's that steroid scandal I was talking about. We need one.
It is
That
weird.
would really raise our profile.
We'll all be on steroids.
Half a star versus superstar. I need to staff somebody to get my street credit up. So let's get into the booking, the fantasy booking. Who wants to go first? I know it's my show with 3 dickheads, but do one of the dickheads want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
There you go, Thrasher. Start it off because my card's hot. So
So pre-show, you have to start off with a tag team match. It's gonna be Lucha Bros versus the Viking Raiders. Lucha Bros get the win via double package pile drive. Next match on the pay-per-view on the pre-show is it's a multi-company battle royal. And the final 2 that get to the end, Wheeler Yuta eliminates Braun Breaker.
oh, this show sucks. I'm sorry.
So opening match on the pay-per-view is Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet.
Nice.
Swerve wins. The next match is where this is where like pay-per-view and federations come
Can
in.
I ask a question? I'm sorry, I'm not to be rude. Is that King Swerve Scott versus King Ricochet? Because
Yes.
that would be great.
Yes.
That
Yes.
would be great.
It was
'Cause
Battle
we've
for
seen
the
that.
Kings. It was Battle for the Kings. Yes. So the second match is Moxley versus Kevin Owens for the #1 contendership. Kevin Owens wins. The next match is Gunther versus Wardlow, and Gunther
Nice.
wins.
I fuck with that match. I like that.
I like that match a lot. I like that match a
That's
lot.
solid.
Next match is a tag team match. It's a best 2 out of 3 falls match. It's the Young Bucks versus the Usos. Usos
I
win.
feel like
I do
Usos
that.
win after Nick Jackson turns on Matt Jackson.
Oh, and I like the ending. Very,
I
very.
like that. I like that.
Next, you got your first female match. You got Charlotte Flair versus Chris Statlander.
Nice.
Chris Statlander wins via the figure 8.
Wow. You have her
Move
go
that.
over on
That's 2
Charlotte
finishes.
on her own move?
Yeah.
You're out of
2
control, my
finishers.
friend.
So then this next
Wait,
one
I'll-
is
Into that match.
this next one is for the tag team championship match. It's FTR versus the D'Angelo family versus Judgment Day versus OC and Hook. FTR wins. Next one is for the trios titles. It's House of Black versus Bloodline. Bloodline wins. And for the main event, you have Cody Rhodes versus Kenny Omega for the World Championship. Kevin Owens hits a pop-up power bomb on Cody and puts Kenny Omega on top for the pin. So the next pay-per-view is going to be KO versus KO for the title.
KO versus KO for the title.
I see what you did there. Okay.
Winner
KO
takes
versus
KO moniker.
winner gets the trade.
Wait, go.
KO versus Kenny Omega. Yeah, it took me a second.
It took me a second. I'm retarded. I'm sorry.
Kenny Omega has the
Well,
same.
it's also too. They were both the leaders of Bullet Club, so it would have played on to the Bullet Club next.
Gotcha. I
Uh-huh.
like that. I like that. I like that.
Uh-huh.
There's some good matches on there.
There's some
the
solid
chick-
matches. Was that your main event?
That was my main event. Yeah, Cody Rhodes versus Kenny Omega.
Just for shits and giggles, what municipal center does this place take place in?
Which municipal?
Oh, this takes place in Richmond, Virginia.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh, there you go. So Slauson can go. All right, so I guess I'll carry up that one because that's not going to be easy to fucking follow. So we're gonna start on our.
I'm not going
There
last.
are
Let's just say
two.
that.
No, we're
I
gonna let
don't-
Slauson go last.
I'll go last.
I was gonna say I don't think my card is the best. So
So we're gonna do two pre-show matches, and they start with two battle royals. The first one is the men's battle royal with Chad Gable winning it all.
You're already making Dan Ackerman so mad by two battle royals. He doesn't even like one battle royal in this show. You're starting
Bugs wins
his
it.
show, too.
Now hold on, I have a little swerve for you. Are you ready? Men's battle royal, Chad Gable wins it all. All right. After the match is over, Chad Gable celebrating in the ring. Jason Jordan shows up, takes out Chad Gable, and signs an AEW contract. Jason Jordan's back.
because they would clear him to wrestle because you think that their doctors are not as thorough. Aha. No.
You think Jason Jordan's coming out to be happy for Chad Gable, takes him out, signs an AEW contract, drops him on the chest, walks out. All right.
Injures him.
Shoot. All right. Next one is a women's battle royal with Saraya coming out on top to show that she is still the the queen of both companies. Okay. We move on to our main card. We have Randy Orton versus Orange Cassidy in a letter O on a pole match. Vince Russo booked this. Okay, stay with me. The winner of that is Randy Orton. Okay. The next
So what
match
happens?
is big.
So now does Orange Cassidy just go to Range Cassidy now?
No, he goes to Black Cassidy, dresses in black denim, and comes out as a heel. All right. It's finally the heel turn that we've been waiting for.
Or follow me now. What if he goes to get a southern accent, hangs out with a few black guys, OJ the Juice Man, so he can no longer use the O, but now he's Orange Cassidy with the U. Shout out to Orange Cassidy.
This is my fantasy. You don't take over. All right.
OJ the Juice Man.
Next match we
Go
have.
right here.
That's how I'm
We have-
forever referring to Orange Cassidy after that. Thank
Orange-
you.
I got it on, dude. Got it on.
Orange.
Next match, we have a Wardlow versus a surprise opponent. That surprise opponent returning is a
Big E.
Big E versus Wardlow. However, there is no happy ending to the night. Wardlow destroys Big E with 10 Symphony power bombs to start the
And
match,
become-
and the match squashes him. Welcome back to the big leagues, Big E. This is Wardlow's show now.
Breaks
that's
his neck
true.
again.
That's true.
Breaks his
All
neck
right.
again.
You have Shoot getting injured on your show.
It's all
No,
shoot
no.
injuries.
Next
Joe's
match.
The snuff
Next
show.
match is Charlotte Flair versus Jamie Hayter. Loser shaves their head match. Okay.
That's not where I thought you were going to go with that, but that's great.
However, Charlotte.
Loser shaves their
wins-
slit match.
Gee, please cut that out.
Jesus Christ.
I
This
waited for
show's
him to
off
take a
the rails.
drink. I waited
Hold
for him to
on.
take a drink.
Hold on.
That's
Here we
where I
go.
thought you were going with it. That's where I thought you were going with it.
After Charlotte, however, Charlotte doesn't win cleanly. We have an interference from Saraya from earlier in the night, we have Saraya coming back out, causing interference, letting Charlotte win. All right. And Saraya switches back to being Paige and comes back. All right. So next match is Sammy and Kevin versus the Young Bucks in a super kicks are banned match. No super kicks allowed. All right. And that has Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn going over. Next match is
like that Shawn Michaels, Randy Orton style. I like it.
yeah. Well, Usos versus Jin and Juice in a standard regular wrestling match with Jin and Juice going over on the Usos.
You mean
We-
Private
for our-
Party?
Who's Gin and Juice?
What?
A Snoop Dogg song.
Black guys have
No,
names.
Gin
you
and
know?
Juice, bro.
Who the
fucking
fuck is
whatchamacallit?
Gin and
Juice
Juice?
Private
Robinson
Par-
and Juice Robinson and what's his name? The Jay White.
They
What do
do
you
not
mean?
go by Gin and
They
Juice.
They don't go by
Yes, they
Gin and
fucking
Juice.
do. I've heard it called them Gin and Juice, bro.
No, there's a finishing. There's a finishing.
Their finisher is called
Oh,
Gin and
whatever.
Juice.
Okay, the Gold Bullet Club, Black and Gold, whatever. Whatever. I call them Gin and Juice. That's their new name for me. Okay, but they go
I like
over on the Usos.
I also like the
Gun-
song.
Next match is Gunther versus Mox. Mox is forced to have a match with Gunther, and it's going to be a pure wrestling match with Gunther going over. Next match is a last man standing. This is our co-main event of the evening. This is Seth Rollins versus Kenny Omega in a last man standing. Neither man answers the 10 count. Both men are considered a tie. And then your
Pretty
final
solid.
match. Now, mind you, I don't have Cody Rhodes on here. I don't have that shit. Okay. We have in the main event, we have Roman Reigns versus MJF in a 2 out of 3 falls match with MJF winning it all and becoming the champion of the entire world because he's better than you and you know it.
I like
And
it.
that's a wrap. That's a
You
wrap.
guys
And
had
that
some,
is
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
that is taking place in Miami, Florida. Okay. Actually, no, you know where that's taking place? That's taking place at the Hertz Arena in Naples because my dude, fucking, what was his name? Herb Abrams, his ghost, is in the Hertz Arena doing cocaine. All right. So that's where we're going with it. So
Looks like
that's
you're
it.
in this podcast right now. What's going on?
Bro, I don't know. It's the hotspot. I'm running off my cell phone. Leave me alone.
All right. My next.
So-
All right. I'm gonna go next
Awesome.
because
Go on.
I don't want to be last because I
I
don't
got you.
feel like
Gotcha.
maybe I didn't take this exercise as serious as
Do you have a Gunter match? You guys it had some good Gunter matchups there.
I do have a Gunther.
I like
do have a
Gunther versus
match.
Mox. I think
I
Gunther
like
versus
that too,
Mox.
but I like Thrashers as well. So if you have a Gunter match, I don't.
I do have a
So-
Gunther match.
Yeah.
So I didn't really build my card per se. I just kind of started listing matches. So let's just say that. This is the Full Mania Super card. We have Michael Cole and Excalibur doing play-by-play over the top of each other with Taz and Booker T. Also providing random tidbits at any given time with special guest Jim Ross to ask why is everything gold.
I tell
love
you,
that.
I thought your opening match was Excalibur versus Michael Cole, and I would have loved it.
That's actually hilarious.
That's a great card.
So I do have a bonus. Okay, so I have a this is not on the undercard. This is just a dark match that's just going to take place for the fans. I have Julia Hart versus Maxine Dupree in the most. I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yes, I know where you're going with this. Yes, I saw the memes, and yes, I think Julia Hart is the most underrated women's wrestler right now.
Sure.
I can take that.
My first match on the pre-show is going to be Swerve and Keith Lee versus the Street Profits in a Swerve and Keith Lee tease their singles match again match. I think we know where the rest of this part is going.
I hate this podcast so much.
The next match is actually the Casino Battle Royal Rumble. And that is won by one Daniel Garcia, and the winner of said match gets a do-rag and a bottle of VSOP J Brandy.
Is it Vince McMahon's do rag? As long as it's Vince McMahon's do rag.
It is Vince McMahon's do-rag from his championship run.
God damn
Um,
it, pal.
E&J Brandy,
They
your
kept that
ad can go here. Please sponsor us. You will be sponsoring this match, actually.
God, I need new friends.
So, before we get into the main card, guys, I think it's about time to
crack a cold one.
crack open a cold one
With the boys.
with the boys. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Hey, really quickly, just for this moment, I'm going to show my golf cart. Hold on 1 second, because I feel like this next part is very important. Crack open a cold one
Oh, because you have a fridge.
with the boys.
Fuck, I gotta get a fridge now.
E&J and also Miller Lite now. Our
Bring up.
new drink sponsor. You can
Oh,
sponsor
that's
us.
horrible. That's disgusting.
E&J,
I'll
if you
cut that out.
sponsor us, Joe will wrap his golf cart in E&J Brandy.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I got to
Dude.
blur out my background now.
Joe will wrap his golf cart in E&J Brandy. So as we get into this card, the first match I have here is going to be Adam Cole versus Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano versus Alistair Malachi Black. And the winner gets the defunct Black and Gold NXT Championship, even though it doesn't mean anything. They can sit it on their mantle.
It'll mean something to them.
That match is won by one Malachi Black only because I know he will take the championship and make it completely silver, which now completely makes it a different title. The
Because
next
it's black.
match. The next match is actually the greatest interpromotional wrestling match ever. And we have Randy Orton versus Adam Cole.
I thought about doing this too.
And this match goes for 57 minutes. This match is basically a stadium stampede with just them two. The next match on my card
love him.
is Drew McIntyre versus Gunther versus Miro versus Samoa Joe versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Sheamus in a meat man match. Pause.
Yo, Jim Cornette is losing his fucking mind right now.
I didn't make this card for Jim. I made it for me. The next match, just because I have to have a women's match. Yeah,
Gotta have a piss break.
is gonna be Jamie Hayter versus Bailey versus Jade Cargill versus Tony Storm in a you know why they're here match.
I'm staying in my
have-
seat. Staying in
Do
my
you
seat.
have a one-on-one match? Do you have a standard wrestling match on your card anywhere?
Funny
Look
you should
who's
say
talking.
that.
Look who's talking. You had a stipulation for every match.
No, I had 2 matches that were standard, and every match was one-on-one, except for standard tag teams.
You
Oh,
had
I'm
a
sorry.
letter. You had a letter on a pole match.
Okay, I had to get my Vince Russo in there somewhere, bro.
Come on, bro. Sorry, I didn't announce the winner. So Orton won the greatest promotional wrestling match ever. Gunther wins the meat man match. Pause. And Jamie Hayter won the women's match.
What you should call
Excuse me.
it. The meat sweats match is what you should call it.
Meat sweats. Jamie Hayter won the you know why these women are here match. In the next match, funny you should say that, Joe. We have a one-on-one match between Brock Lesnar and Hangman Adam Page in a who's the cooler cowboy noose on a noose match.
I like that. I like that.
I hope the camera's on me. You can just see my headache.
In our next match, we have the Young Bucks versus the Usos versus FTR versus the New Day in a four-way tag
Video
match.
game in a video game match.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the winner plays the losers in Street Fighter anyway.
In the middle of the
I have-
you have to play that.
in
later.
in the middle of the match, actually. I have the New Day going over in that. Also, I have the Brock beating Hangman. I have Kenny Omega versus AJ Styles versus Jay White versus Finn Balor in a winner owns
Bullet Club.
Bullet Club merch rights match.
I'll fuck
So
with that match.
I do think that was also just kind of to please my kind of Japan indie heart. I have Jay White going over. And then in the main event, to piggyback off of Joe, I do have MJF versus Roman Reigns in a cinema match. And now this match, not a cinematic match, this is a cinema match.
Do they
Meaning-
fight in a movie theater?
No. No, this means they fight and deliver lines through the entire match. The same
Like
match.
famous lines from like famous action movies or their own lines.
That's the thing. They're telling their story, but they also have to deliver random lines whenever they're called out to from random movies, and nobody can control. So he might get a few good men.
It's
while
like
he's
Half baked. Now that's a titty. Boom.
exactly yes.
It's like
the
a,
ref
it's like
is just
it's a whose line is it anyway match. That's good.
pretty much yeah.
This
The ref
is-
is going to call out random movies, and they have to continue
Die
wrestling
hard.
while they're
Yippee-ki-yay.
talking shit to each other. They're talking shit as Roman did it early in his run and still does, but they have to randomly throw the line in when the ref calls it out.
I
It's
know we
unpredictable.
joke. I know we joke all the time that Tony Khan watches our show. But if MJF ends up fighting Adam Cole in a cinema match, I'm gonna lose my
You
fucking
don't even
mind.
think he's gonna mix up the
See,
words?
listen. Slauson can agree with me. I think I'm gonna call bullshit on Noah's pay per view because that pay per view's already happened. I think it happened in 2001, and it was called like WCW Sin or Greed or something like that.
Greed. We did that. We did that show. that was on Against the Program. WWE Greed 2001 or WCW Greed 2001.
Because that
Jesus
pay per view
Christ.
sounds like a WCW 2000 2001 fucking
Jesus,
pay-per-view.
bro. Jim Cornette is just having a brain aneurysm as we're speaking.
If that was
I thought-
Shit, he listened to my pay per view and he's giving me a job.
yeah,
I
no,
thought that was a
that's
great card.
solid matches. I like how we've progressed. No, I'm glad you did that with your show.
Yeah, because every match
I felt like
involves
that was-
Terry Funk, Chainsaw Charlie, and Mick Foley and Triple H from Slauson.
Because,
Every match.
because
thought
if
that was a solid
Joe's
card.
if that was Joe's reaction to your card, I cannot wait for what I'm about to lay out here. That was good
My
shit.
garage, has
I-
come,
I-
my
I like the-
garage has come down really fast. I might put my head at the fucking bottom here in a minute.
Let me know when you guys are ready.
We're never ready, but go ahead.
All right, sweet, sir. So we start out in Tupelo, Mississippi.
Cheers,
sir.
man. Good card.
The
Oh,
Oh,
Gun-
you know what? I actually didn't say the name. But
Oh, yeah. You gotta. Where's it at?
What municipal?
what
Auditorium.
municipal?
Auditorium.
This would actually take place in the Greensboro Coliseum.
Hell yeah. It's a classic. It's an instant classic.
How come nobody said James Creed's favorite arena yet? The Springfield Center, Civic
The
Center
Holy
in
shit.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah, so
Where-
random.
Oh yeah, just watch that.
Shout out to James Creed. It was his birthday the other day.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, James.
Shout out James Creed.
Creed.
All right, I'm back. All right, go ahead, Mr. Slossy Dog. Slossy
Tupelo,
Dog.
Mississippi. The Gund Arena has been wide loaded to Tupelo to host this event. All right, so here we go. We got two dark matches. First dark match is Taka Michinoku versus Hugh Morris. Hugh Morris
Oh,
is going to
shit.
win that baby with a moonsault. Classic. Second match, second dark match is your first dark match with a stip. Are you ready? From Humble beginnings at Coastal Championship Wrestling. The resident scumbags with Lou Spector versus Deuce and Domino in a pink slip match for either Lou's van or Deuce and Domino's pink Cadillac.
We lost. We lost.
Wait.
Hold on. This was WWE versus AEW. Where the fuck in
No.
1996 are we?
Is this not fucking follow directions?
It's gonna get.
He missed pre-production.
Joe, I didn't follow any of those directions.
I just made a card. I just made a card.
All right, so that was the two dark matches. So you guys ready for the main show?
These are my favorite dark matches so far already.
Now hold on, I have to ask a
Dark
question.
match,
Hold on,
great.
I have to ask a question. Now, do the competitors, do the opponents go back to the back and then come out again for the second match to make the crowd pop twice,
You mean?
or do they just stay in the ring and a different referee comes out? Because you said the same people from the first match were in the second match, right?
No. He said the second dark match that he was listing was actually gonna be the first dark match, I guess.
Oh, I thought.
No, I
okay,
said
I'm
it was the first dark match with a stipulation.
Oh, okay. Wait,
think
is it
so.
all dark matches?
No, it's just the first two dark matches. I followed those directions. Two dark matches in a fucking show.
I followed those directions, so you did get the pre-production messages.
All right. Anyways, so we're in the main show now.
Wait,
you guys
so-
are fucking. Joe is smoking a ball in the goddamn parking lot for the scumbags beating Deuce and Domino for their pink Cadillac in the darkness. We're in the main show. All right. We're in the main show. We start
But
off
how
with
did a CCW tag team get on a WWE versus AEW card?
this is
You
nothing
gotta
to do
bring the locals in, bro.
at all. This is all WWE. If anything,
How is it
WCW.
locals if it's in Tupelo, Mississippi?
we have Lou's van, Thrasher. We'll get there. Anyway,
Oh, no, I'm still excited. I'm still excited.
I'm
Don't get
sure you
confused.
are. All right, main
This is
show
hilarious.
is a pose off between Scott Steiner now, Triple H now, Vince McMahon in 1998, and Brutus the Barber Beefcake now. Your judges are Mustache Evil Vince, Joe, Joe's
Dr.
one of
Robotnik Vince.
Yeah.
I'm a judge. I'm a
yeah,
judge.
Joe Swolsif is a judge.
Yes.
That's
Ronnie Coleman and Billy Gunn.
I'm gonna vote for
Billy-
Billy Gunn.
Okay, well
Billy
you're
Gunn-
wrong.
No, Billy Gunn's a
The-
judge.
The,
He's not
the
in it.
winner, the winner of the
Don't
pose
fucking
off.
rails. I'm voting for Billy Gunn.
Christ.
He's not in it though.
Fucking
But
Ronnie
anyway,
Coleman? Ronnie
Bro,
Coleman?
yeah, Ronnie Coleman.
I'm sorry for overstepping
This
a
is
line on
hilarious.
this card. I didn't think this card had any lines not to cross. I crossed the line apparently.
No, there's a lot of lines that were done on this card.
Oh,
actually.
we're this is the first segment of the show. We're gonna
It's not even a
continue.
match. This is just a segment.
It's just a segment. Evil
Get 'em.
Vince wins the pose off in a turn of events. None of the competitors win. Evil Mustache Vince wins the pose off. All right.
Well,
So we're on to the next one.
That sounds
First
right.
match of the night. Kevin Von Erich versus
I thought you were
Bret
gonna say
Hart.
Carringer.
Kevin Von
Didn't
Erich,
say
Bret
Carrot
Hart.
Top.
Exactly. Carrot Top is pretty swole. I mean,
Do
give
you
him about
want me
6 weeks.
to carry the carrot top in there? All right. Anyway, Kevin Von Erich versus Bret Hart in a lumberjack match. The lumberjacks are the surviving members of each family.
Holy
Bret Hart
shit.
wins because he's got more family members.
Done. I'm
Anyway.
fucking done.
Because he's got more family. Holy shit.
Next match, Dory Funk versus Dustin Rhodes in a Texas barbecue smokehouse match. You got to put your
Repeat
opponent-
that. Repeat that back. Repeat that back. Repeat that match one more time.
Wait,
Go ahead.
what?
Start back over.
Dory Funk versus Dustin Rhodes in a Texas barbecue smokehouse match.
There it is. Because Thrasher
Also- Is that also on the back of a moving vehicle?
No. There's just a smoker out there. You got to put your guy in the smoker till they're about medium rare, and you've won. Dustin wins the match. Dustin,
Damn,
we're not
you're just gonna
wait
do
the whole
Dory
8
like
hours to smoke a person. You know, it's just Dustin
Dory
wins the
is-
match.
So even in your fantasies, Dory's still dead.
Well, it's just logical. Dory's older. His skin's gonna burn faster. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. So anyway, next
So
match.
does Dory get him in there at all though? Like a hope
Oh
spot?
yeah, he's skinny, but like Dustin's got the paint and stuff. It's like a rub, you know. It takes longer to cook that. He's not
Okay.
gonna win.
Word.
Right. I'm crying. Oh my god.
The-
E&J, again, your sponsorship could go right here. You know it goes great with smoked meats? A glass of
The next
E&J.
match. The next match is the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, Hardy Brothers, Brothers of Destruction in a buried alive eulogy match. And you have to bury your opponents, but also give a 3-minute heartfelt eulogy. Like the audience has to feel it.
Like they have to feel it before
They have to
they
feel
get out.
I want reacts in the crowd, like I'm producing this whole show, it's good shit. So anyways, and then the Dudleys win.
Was that all brothers teams?
The Dudleys win. The Dudleys win. So
Yeah,
said it
everybody
was the
except the
Hardys.
Dudleys. Everybody except the Dudleys. They're not real brothers in this life.
It was Hardy's, Dudley's, Brothers of Destruction,
and Edge and Christian.
and Edge and Christian. Okay.
Yeah.
Broken. I'm fucking broken. I can't
Alright.
stop laughing.
There's
I would
four.
have thought you could have finagled the Young Bucks in there.
I'm getting to that. We got the let up match. All right, we've had a long night. We need a let up match. We're gonna have a brawn panties handicap match. Okay. The first team is Omega and the Young Bucks. There you go, Noah. Versus Ace Steel, CM Punk, Jungle Boy, and Tony Khan. Tony Khan wins.
Why is Jungle Boy on the team with CM Punk?
It's a whole how will they coexist thing. It's classic book.
classic wrestling booking. Are they gonna
I took
coexist?
booking into
Are they
account. That's
gonna
why I
win?
asked the question about a follow-up show. I want to continue these storylines. Anyway, all right. After that,
That's
Tony
the
Khan wins Braun
craziest. The
Strowman.
craziest shit is he probably really does have stories for every single one of these matches.
Next match is Terry Funk versus Chainsaw Charlie in a bunkhouse brawl with a 15-minute time limit and rope breaks. It ends in a draw. There is no winner.
Wait,
Alright.
what? Oh,
I'm done. I'm fucking done.
I got 3 more. I got the main events now, Joe. I got the main event.
Jesus Christ.
it's a
Fucking
triple
broken.
main.
My eyes are fucking.
It's a triple main.
Christ.
It's a triple. No, sorry. The Terry Funk was part of the main event. Sorry, my notes are weird. All right.
Quadruple main.
No,
Your notes
no,
are
I
weird.
got- I
Your
just got
show's
2
not
more.
weird. Just your fucking notes.
Yeah, the show's not weird. It's the notes.
I just got 2 more matches. All right, next match is an Ultimate X match.
Wait,
Wait.
Outsiders,
that
Steiners,
company isn't
Harlem
even
Heat.
in it.
Outsiders, Steiners, Harlem Heat. Harlem Heat goes over.
Of course, Harlem Heat goes over. Yes, I'm on board.
Wayne,
How does
Hold
on.
Stevie Ray? How does Stevie Ray get up to get the X?
No, it's
Hold
Booker.
on.
Booker goes up. He's
Hold
agile.
on.
Booker
Hold
goes up.
Hold on.
What about Big
I
T?
have-
Does Big
I have
T
a
come
quick-
out?
I have a quick question.
Yeah, Big T does a run in.
My question is to Noah. Noah, you questioned how that company is in this match when they're not even on the card, but yet you
There's
were
Mad
okay
Company.
with the. You were
The
okay with
CCW.
CCW in Tupelo, Mississippi.
Yes. Yeah. What's wrong with that?
But you question Impact. You question Impact on
The
this
show is
card.
off
I
the
just want to make
rails.
sure.
Well, because
I got one more.
logically,
one
more.
AEW
There's-
brings in local guys.
There's a stop. There is a main event, and I really am interested to hear what this is because the rest of the card cannot top this main event apparently. So go ahead.
It's actually my
Really?
only dream match that will never happen. That's why it's my dream match.
Well, because
HBK
Terry's dead.
No,
Is Chris-
HBK
is
versus
Chris
Eddie
Benoit in
Guerrero
it?
Iron Man match.
HBK versus
Oh.
what?
HBK versus Eddie Guerrero in an Iron Man match. Eddie wins 17-14.
Oh god damn it.
17. How long is the Iron Man?
What's an hour? They're quick. They're crafty. They're gonna win a lot of times. 17-14.
So there's
It's
hold
like
on.
a football
There's 31.
sport.
There's 31
There's 31
pinfalls.
matches. There's
That's
31
really quick math.
pinfalls.
Yeah, sure. If that's what that adds up to.
It's just
21
all.
DOAs.
It's just all quick. It's just all quick, crafty roll-ups.
It's basically DOA versus Los Boricuas in a 3-minute match every fucking 3 minutes, and they're just getting pinned.
No, it's
That's
HBK and Eddie Guerrero. It's the best match you'll ever watch.
Well, I thought you said Chris
30
Benoit and Eddie Guerrero.
No, HBK. and
No,
Eddie Guerrero.
I said it's Chris Benoit in it, and he said no HBK and Eddie.
I
Hold on.
Slauson, you had the best card. Somebody
Hold on.
fucking book that fucking card because
Oh,
you know
you
what?
guys were saying shit through the
Oh,
whole
shit.
20 minutes.
Shout out to Blake Chadwick. He was just on national
Shout
television,
out to Big Chadwick.
Oh, hold
Hey,
on. Hold the phone. Hold on.
sitting ringside.
So 31
in a,
pinfalls. 31 pinfalls in a 60-minute match. So every 2 minutes there's a fucking pinfall.
Why
oh,
wouldn't
I'm
it?
glad you did the math.
He actually did the
From two legends like Eddie Guerrero and HBK.
Well,
So
of course,
I
they're
can just
legends.
imagine them in the middle, and it's like 2.5 minutes, and they throw a right hand, the other one just falls, hits the ground, and pin him 1, 2, 3, and everyone in the crowd looks at each other like, just
It's just a bunch of Bash at the Beach 2001 all over again every 2 minutes. Click, click, click.
I'm so glad
Nice.
our show that tonight was like a fucking Wi-Fi signal. It was just started up here and it just progressively went down.
Yeah, no.
Well,
Once
if you
you
want to know
started
what
with,
else is down, if you
once
want to
you
know what else is
started with
down, the Marlins are losing 3-0. If anybody cares.
hell no. Yeah, no. Once you started with your card, I was like, oh, I clearly did not take this exercise as serious as most people.
Oh no, you did great. No,
I didn't take
no,
it seriously at all.
I didn't either. You want to know what I wrote mine at 7:51 tonight.
They're about the same. I wrote mine at about 8:03.
Oh no, I was thinking about this for a minute, but I was thinking of all these goofy ass things to put on there. That's why.
And here I am, the asshole that was like, "Hey, let me think about this for a little bit." No, not him. No, I don't want Cody Rhodes. I don't want Edge. I don't want Christian. I'm the asshole. This guy's over here like, "Yo, Chris Benoit or HBK versus Eddie Guerrero every minute and 46 seconds. There's a pinfall."
I didn't do that math. I came up with the 17 to 14 a little bit into like when we started recording because I thought it'd be funnier. But anyway,
No, it hit the nail.
Easy
It
going.
hit it. It hit the head.
Fucking, I feel bad for the referee. He's gonna count 90-something times. Jesus Christ.
How many? Yeah, real quick.
I
How
just
many?
wanna
How
say-
many?
How many near falls are there?
Yeah, how many near
Yes,
falls?
thank you. That's my next question. How many near falls are there?
there's none. They're all pinfalls.
They're all. They're all. They're for the.
you
They're all
imagine?
fucking.
Does the referee
Oh,
even
hell
get up
yeah.
off the mat? Does the referee just lays on the mat the whole time? He just-
It's,
It
it's
counts
there's,
for
re-
three.
there's ref bumps. There's ref bumps too. You
Oh,
How? Oh, so there's ref run-ins. There's like little Nate's ref run-ins.
there's a lot of ref run-ins from all companies, from every company.
yo, little Nate's
Actually.
running down that WrestleMania ramp. Oh my god! All right,
Little Nate,
Mike.
fucking Bruce Owens is making run-ins to fucking count to 3 in this motherfucker. Come on, dude. Who do you think got
I've
his up?
never seen Bruce Owens run. Let's
Oh
start there.
god.
He'll be the first ref. He takes the first bump, so everybody else can get in there.
Oh, my
The only
head
thing
hurts.
that
And
runs
he-
in it.
And he's gonna blade. Shout out to Bruce Owens.
Yeah.
He's gonna take a
Alright.
fucking super kick from HBK and blade
Okay.
and fucking
I don't know where this show is going.
and then
so
come back.
let's-
Actually,
Let's talk about some of these because man, I'm all right. So you guys just want to talk
I
about
have a-
anything?
I
Let's
have a
talk
few
about.
quick hitters.
Go ahead.
I thought that was great.
For one, how do we feel about? Well, let me not say. I'm actually gonna lead with this first one because it was just a random thing that I just looked at on my television. Gigi Dolan kind of got that ass. Second hit is what
What'd you call her? What'd you call her?
I said. Gigi Dolan kind of got that ass.
Isn't it Dolan or is it Dolan? I think
It's
Dolan.
Dolan.
I think it's Dollin. Dolan.
Hey,
It's dope. It's pronounced dope.
she used to be Priscilla Kelly, right?
She's the one who shoved the tampon in the other girl's mouth.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I
she
didn't-
did.
I didn't-
She
Yeah.
did.
If
She
that
did.
was if that's Priscilla Kelly, that's Darby Allin's ex-wife.
Priscilla
Wait,
Kelly's
Excuse me.
Seriously, that's Darby Allin's ex-wife or ex-fiance or something like that.
That's
Yeah,
great. I didn't know any of this information.
Now Darby Allen. Never mind.
Let's hope nobody important sees this ever.
Fuck,
the second-
him. Fuck him. Tony Khan, suck my dick. Tony Khan.
all I was
I
saying
literally-
was,
I literally
all I was
just
saying was,
said
all I
blind.
said was, shit's alright. I'm here to double down. Shit looks alright.
So
What was the other one? Oh, how do we feel about Indy Hartwell getting drafted to not be drafted because she is still wrestling on NXT?
whoa, how do we feel about? I understand that. I get that part. That's a little fucking weird. And she got drafted and they never used her. But how do we feel about Mustafa Ali getting released days before he's supposed to win the title? And nobody in
Oh yeah, that was
NXT
kind
knew
of
he was getting released. Nobody in everybody in Shawn Michaels is like, whoa, Mustafa Ali's supposed to win this week a fucking championship, and you guys let him go? Like, that's a little weird.
well, I don't know, but that's the thing though. I mean, I feel like we all should have, and that's one thing we didn't touch on. We didn't touch on the merger at all. I think with the merger, it was just kind of like they just fucking
Cut the
basically.
dead weight.
I don't want to say budget cuts, but pretty much. But I wouldn't think Mustafa Ali, meaning that he was literally just on TV, would be dead
Yeah.
weight. I think they
no,
would have.
no,
I would have
there's-
thought they would have cut more people who were like not on TV, like all the people that they're signing through this fucking the NIL thing or whatever the fuck.
Yep,
That little
like, not to
weird
be a
thing that
dick.
they're
Why
doing.
is Natalia still on my TV? Like, not to be a prick,
That's
but what has
fucked up.
Natalia done, dude? Like,
Well,
oh yeah, I
who-
fucked up.
who
Hey,
does
but-
the releases now? though?
She's the boat.
But here's my thing is if you look back at everyone that they released last week or whatever, it comes out like aren't some of them the ones that already asked for a release or like and they was denied or something like that?
I don't think so because there's
I don't
guys
think anybody has.
like
Well, Mustafa Ali.
like-
Mustafa Ali asked for his release before.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and then
So-
they moved him down
Okay.
to NXT and he was working and I think he was all right with that. But then
But
you
I
have
mean, if
guys
you
like
but if you're disgruntled and you already asked for your release, you're gonna be the first one on the chopping.
Yeah, that's very
not
true.
necessarily
I-
because you have guys like GYV who asked for their release fucking like 2 months ago, and they said they tweet every day that they're not happy or some shit, and they're still there. So I don't understand the logic.
I was gonna say, who's doing so now that Endeavor and all that merger shit are there people also in those meetings for who's getting released? Because then wouldn't Endeavor not give a shit about storylines or gimmicks? They're just gonna release who's more practical to them, right?
That's what I would think. I would think what they came down to is like, okay, we're paying this guy this much,
Yeah, so like
and
now,
he's not being used really, or he's not being used in a major capacity. Is he really worth
That's-
his money?
that's
That's
what I
what
was-
I felt like all these cuts came down to.
yeah, if there's like less WWE guys now making those decisions and it's more Endeavor people, I feel like that's gonna happen a lot just due to whatever bullshit red tape all of a sudden happened.
Yeah, because it came what the
You-
releases
you
came,
know what the
maybe
crazy
a year
part
or two
is?
after.
You know what the craziest part of all this Endeavor shit is like through it all, through all the lines and like through all the bullshit. Did you guys know like Vince McMahon can literally like fire Joe Rogan tomorrow, and he has all the right to. He owns almost 30% of that. How fucked up crazy is that? Like Vince McMahon, if he
Like the
like
UFC?
obviously, yes, he has control over the UFC, bro.
Yeah, but he
So
doesn't
who's
have
the-
decision making like steals like that. He can fire.
So that's what I think it is. That's what I think it is. I think it's like a chain of command kind of thing. Like it has to get to Vince. But Vince, at this point, I was reading an article. If Vince wanted to fucking step in and be like, no, I don't like this UFC card, he can do that. Like he has that power right now. And it's fucking ridiculous. But I don't believe, God damn it, did they score again? No. But yeah, dude,
Shout out to Lola
it's
Vice.
fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts, bro. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on right now. But yeah, dude, the merger's crazy. I actually wanted to go in a different route. I didn't want to talk about anything like, updated wrestling. I was actually going to go with a couple different things, but it's up to you guys, whichever way you want to take this podcast at this point. Because after Slausen's card, it's completely off the fucking rails.
Absolutely.
So
You're welcome.
I don't know. Speaking of rails,
Shout out to Jada Parker. I don't know who this is, but she looks alright.
Oh, dude. You know what I watched the other day? I watched the Abdullah the Butcher episode of Dark Side of the Ring,
Oh, I did see that.
and what he did to Hannibal. Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
bro! He cut Hannibal. Why would you? What? Like that's nuts. That's fucking crazy, man. I was in shock when I saw that. I don't know.
But you know,
Because
it comes full circle because Hannibal did the same thing to a fucking referee like
Did he really? What a
a
piece
year
of shit.
ago. Yeah, he
What a
carved the
piece of shit.
kids. He carved the kid's head up.
Fucking crybaby, dog. What a fucking I don't know. I've never been a fan of Hannibal. I always thought he was a little fucking crybaby, and now he did that. Just proves my fucking point. So, I just cut myself. Hey Thrasher, do you
What?
want to tell them how you believe my conspiracy theory is maybe possibly real?
I think his conspiracy theory could possibly be real.
Thanks.
Tell them
Okay,
why.
what's the conspiracy theory?
It's the conspiracy theory about Daniel Bryan wanting CM Punk out, wanted to bring his own people in.
Aha, boys.
Daniel Bryan wanted CM Punk out so that he could bring his own people in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
mean-
was my conspiracy. Was Daniel
I thought
Bryan
your
was the reason?
conspiracy was that they made Jungle Boy do whatever he did on purpose so CM Punk would quit.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think Daniel Bryan was behind it.
What the
And
fuck
I'll
did
tell
you
you
just
why.
do?
Just split my fucking fingers. What I did.
Some
So anyway, no, so yeah, bro. I truly believe Daniel Bryant was behind it, and because first of all, Daniel Bryant released a tweet that said thanking CM Punk and how they're great friends and shit like that. First of all, Daniel Bryan and CM Punk had never been friends. I don't know where that came from, but I don't remember ever reading about Daniel Bryan and CM Punk be like, "Oh, hey, let's scissor, pal." No, okay. So
I think
here's
I saw that text message feed between them talking about scissoring. Saw it on the
yeah,
internet.
dude. So here's my thing, right? Here's
Well,
my
they
thing.
took that picture together, brother. What do you mean?
Of them
With
scissoring.
no, the picture of them and 10 other people. What do you mean?
And I found a
Has to be
picture of
best
Vince
friends.
Russo and Jim Cornette. It means fucking nothing. Like, I don't know, man. I just so no, I don't know if you remember,
Sarcasm.
but
Couldn't go right here.
I don't I don't know if you remember my theory, Noah. And that was before AEW Wembley, there was supposed to be a meeting between Punk and the Young Bucks
I remember that.
to sit down. And the meeting was called off. I believe the meeting was called off by Daniel Bryant because they decided that they needed somebody that would be more in touch and more helpful in the back to the future of AEW. And I
don't
believe that
remember.
they told. So
I
I
don't
believe they
remember that part.
told. I believe they told Jungle Boy, "Hey, go out there, say something inappropriate, get Punk mad because you know you're going to walk past him, and let him hit you, and we can fire him." And I think that was all Tony Khan and Daniel Bryant putting that together. They wanted Punk out. Nobody wanted Punk there. They were done with Punk. At least
feel like-
nobody in the upper management wanted Punk there. And if anybody knew how to get under Punk's skin, who better than Daniel Bryan?
I feel like I vaguely remember you saying something about
I don't remember
Bryan,
I
but
remember-
I also was drinking a lot that weekend, so I don't know. But
Is there a day you're not drinking?
yeah, usually
That's good.
depending on how
Oh.
sad my life is. Yeah, no, I vaguely remember you saying something about Daniel Bryan being involved, but I don't remember the full extent of your explanation.
That's
Yeah,
why I
theories.
believe.
I think
Daniel Bryan-
AEW gets nothing but a win with getting Edge or Adam Copeland or whatever.
Yep. It definitely helps the back. It helps. I don't believe Edge needs to go in there and win the title.
No,
I don't think
so
they're
at all.
gonna. I don't think they're gonna put him in that predicament. Honestly, I feel like they might only for the sake of like, oh, it's Adam Copeland challenging for the world title type of thing, because I feel like they didn't really. I don't want to say they didn't do it. They did it in WWE, but that was like, what is that? 2 years ago now. So I feel like
Roman Reigns pinned him and Daniel Bryan, and now both are in AEW.
Stacked them.
Roman
He smashed
Stacked 'em.
them and smashed
Smashed 'em
them,
and
Punk,
stacked 'em.
stacked them, and pinned them.
and pinned him.
Yeah.
I want a shirt that says "Smash him, stack him, pin him."
No, that's hard. I might need to go grab that.
Yo, smash
But,
him, stack him, pin him. Yes, that's a dope
yeah.
ass shirt.
You wear that to the
I s-
ladies' night at the bar?
I swear to God, if AEW has a shirt next week that says "Smash him, stack him, pin him," like Sweet Life on Zach and Cody, I'm gonna be fucking livid. I'm gonna be fucking livid. Before you guys join the show.
No, I thought Roman had that shirt already.
No, he didn't. He didn't have smash him, stack him, pin him.
Yeah, because that was his thing going in.
Did he?
I feel like he had, maybe it was like a one-off shirt, but I feel like right after that Mania, he had that shirt.
I don't know.
Smash him, stack because he kept saying, "I'm gonna smash him, I'm gonna stack him, and I'm gonna pin him." But no, I think they do at least one match with him in the world title picture. I think there's more money in him maybe going after one of their mid card titles, especially with Christian holding the whole TNT title at the moment.
Oh,
I
for
really
sure.
hope. I think the money is in right now him working his way to Christian. So Christian's probably gonna have a good reign with the TNT title, and then they're gonna do Edge, Adam versus Christian in a battle of the brothers who aren't really brothers, but were brothers at one point and are now not brothers, but just best friends, but also not best friends because they don't like each other anymore. So,
Yeah,
um,
I wasn't.
and
I
that'll
wasn't
be the
impressed with
tagline
Edge's.
for the show.
I wasn't impressed with Edge's debut,
Great
bro.
catch.
Like as soon as Christian handed him the cage, or as soon as Christian Cage handed him the chair,
Christian handed him the cage.
as soon as Christian handed him the chair, I said, "Well, he's gonna hit. He's gonna hit."
We knew
Nick
that was
Wayne.
coming, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bro. Like I felt like there was no pop there, and if there was a pop, it's a fucking Marku pop, bro. Honestly, like
Shout
if
out
I
to
was in
Nick
that
Wayne's
crowd,
mom.
yo, she can get all 5.5 inches, baby, all 5.
Shout out to Nick Wayne's mom. Shout out to Christian for trying to take Nick Wayne's mom down.
Jesus.
Nah, but I didn't see the whole segment. All I saw was the whole entrance and thing like that. Even when they did the little clip thing, it was like once you saw fucking obviously we didn't. The idea was we didn't know it was Edge, but once you saw that fucking walk, you're like, that's fucking Edge. That's a motherfucker who had his neck fused walking like that.
Would you have been more? Would you have been more of a pop? And this question is more to Thrasher. Would you have been more of a pop, or would you have popped harder if he came out looking like he would have attacked Christian and then joined forces with Christian, taking out Sting and Darby and all them?
No, I think it was perfectly fine the way it was done.
Okay.
My thing is, I don't think there's any situation where they can bring Edge in and try to make him heel immediately.
Right.
That works for them.
Right. Because now you're getting an Edge versus Christian for the TV title. That's what you're setting.
But could you have built up to that and have him like turn on Christian and be like, I don't know.
Have him turn on Christian later.
Like Noah said, you can't bring him in. You can't bring him in as a heel.
I don't think there's any situation where you bring him in as a heel.
I don't know. I just feel like we knew that was coming. We knew what he was there for, and it's
like for instance, like even when Adam Cole came in, obviously everybody's high on Adam Cole and shit like that, and everybody thinks that he's gonna jump and shit like that. Or when Daniel Bryan came in, everybody thinks he's gonna jump and shit like that. I don't think there's any situation where they bring Adam Cole in and he's immediately heel. I think the way they did it worked, where he came in face and then turned heel like kind of slowly. I think with Adam Cole coming in, just off of his associations, he was gonna be heel, but obviously that heel group was the quote unquote cool heel. So he was still gonna get cheered regardless. So I don't think there's any way where fucking you think you know him plays.
You think you know me. Pops. You think you know me.
No, you think you know him.
You think you know him.
Do they own that trademark? Is that what it is? Do they own you think you know me? So they have this.
I think so, right? Because that was like his OG shit that he just kept through the whole thing.
Yeah, you think you know me, so I feel like maybe they own that.
Yeah,
I think that's AEW trying to separate themselves because I like it's all about the boom. I love that. I love Adam Cole's fucking music, bro. I played that for 3 days straight when he debuted. I was like, that's great. I thought it was perfect. So
I don't know.
I thought that was good.
I mean, I thought there was a part of me that thought like if he did jump, there was gonna be like a situation where maybe they play the actual band version, which is like very different, not different, but like the parts are rearranged for the song. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Like the actual what's the band? Fucking I can't think of the band. but the actual
Alter
Alter
Bridge.
Bridge?
Alter Bridge.
Alter
There we,
Bridge.
there we go. Alter Bridge. The actual like Metallica song, the way that they composed it, where it kind of starts that bridge part, that we obviously as fans we hear as the bridge, but to them that was just the beginning of the song. And I think the
Yeah.
part that we know as the chorus is more like their bridge. So like I was
Yeah, I
thinking
hear you.
maybe they could do something like that, or
Time
they
zone.
fucking excuse me.
I was
You
saying
just
this.
randomly say
No, it's like time zone.
time zone.
Like
I thought there was a part of me, but I didn't know if he owned the rights to the song or not by himself. Is the thing. There was a lot of questions as far as like what parts of his character he actually owned. I feel like, but I do think there was a lot of like, there's the brand recognition in everything being the same. But I
Yeah.
also think that he had worked himself into a spot where kind of like the whole Cody Rhodes situation. Not saying like AEW was in a position where they'd be like, "Oh, you can't use the song, you can't use your name, you can't use American Nightmare or whatever." But I felt like even if WWE had a whiff that he was gonna jump, I feel like he worked himself to a position where they would be like, "You know what? It's cool."
Yeah, he can do. I don't think it's like a fucking problem. Doesn't seem like a guy that burns bridges.
Or alter
All right.
Hawks.
What an astute observation, Noah.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I felt like it was one of those situations where, like, kind of like even with the Daniel Bryan situation, I feel like Bryan Danielson situation, like, they probably had the whiff in their ear, like the whiff of the scent of he's probably going to go over there.
I have a
But they're
feeling, and
not
I
going to
told
do
Thrash,
anything to, like, hinder
I
him
had
type thing.
I had a feeling that I told Thrasher this earlier. I believe it was. I thought I told Thrasher. When we spoke on the phone. Edge probably told them, "Hey, I'm taking this contract." And I don't think there was an argument on their side. I think there was, "Hey man, good luck. Go get your money. We just have nothing else for you at this point." And because Edge has always been gracious about WWE, what they've done for him and his career, and you never heard a bad word about Edge versus WWE. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
honestly feel like he may have made that phone call and be like, "Guys, look, if I come back, is there any active storylines with me? Is there something I'm doing big? If not, then I'm gonna go somewhere else." And I don't think WWE had an argument for that. I think they might have been like, "Yo, you know what? It's probably the best thing for you, man. Go finish your career with Christian. If you want that to be your final match, we understand," kind of deal. Because look, WWE made Edge and Christian what they are. They're not going to sit here and be like, "Oh no, you can't go over there. We got to keep you here." Blah, blah, blah. No, they're going to fucking tell them, "Hey, go do your thing." Maybe, I don't know. We're just fans of it, so we'll see. But I truly believe WWE did not have an issue with Edge going to AEW. In fact, they might have told him, "Hey, go get some more money out of that fucking guy." You know. So
Make him cough up some
I,
dough.
I would love to see can we see wrestlers contracts like we see NFL players? Like is there a way to find that information? Thrasher?
Or you can.
That would be dope, actually, if we could actually see what they signed for and shit like that. If they were signing like free agent deals, like when you see the fucking free
Yeah.
agency deals and shit like that. But no, I think I agree with you. I feel like it was a situation like where they were. I feel like Edge is one of those people where he's worth it. It's not like he came from somewhere. It's a lot different from like an Adam Cole or a Malachi Black or something like that. Like he made his name in WWE, so I feel like they have that relationship where he probably texted. I mean, I don't know,
Trips.
either Vince or Triple H or whatever, and like, hey, listen, like if I do come back, like you're saying, like if I do come back, what do you have in mind? And they were like,
Yeah.
well, we don't really know, and they probably had more of this idea of, yeah, you're kind of just going to be I don't want to, and I don't want to down his role or anything like that, but like the Rey Mysterio contract where you're kind of like, yeah, we can have you here every week, but you're kind of just going to be working with the younger guys and trying to like kind of build them up or whatever, which I'm sure Edge probably didn't have the most problem with. I'm sure his philosophy is always to like, next, I don't want to say next man up, but, help build the future towards, what I'm saying, or whatever. But at the same time, it's like the excitement of I'm get to go over here and work with these people I've never worked with before. Like, if I go over here, not even necessarily a money thing, but just like obviously if his passion is still burning, especially as someone who had this shit taken away from him for 9, 10 years, if his passion is still burning, he still feels like he can go. I feel like the brass is gracious enough to be like, you know what, we're cool with that. Like, go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah.
You're in our Hall of Fame. You're gonna be in our Hall of Fame. We're not gonna like treat you any differently or anything like that. Granted, I don't know if they're gonna not mention him for like maybe 2 or 3 years or something like that. Or
Well,
what?
Chris
But
Thrasher thinks he took over CM Punk's contract. Like how they had CM Punk was on a contract but didn't finish it, and they probably were like, "Yo, finish out this contract," and kind of like I don't know how it works and shit like that. If you could do that
like the
legality,
time, or he just took
yeah,
over.
the time, like
I
you're
think he
gonna
took the
take over
time
this
and the
contract.
money. I think he took the time and the money. I think CM Punk signed for 4 years. He only did 2, and I mean, you already allocated that money to go to one wrestler, so might as well just sign him for 2. It's like, okay, well, you're not losing anything. It's nothing but a gain.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's not a bad
That's
thing.
like It's like my wife. My wife feels like, oh, if I return something for $50 and I buy something for $60, I only spend $10. No, you spent $60 fucking. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. You're still spending the money. You're getting the same wrestler. You're getting another wrestler. So
I don't know. I mean, I feel like, that brings up a better question. Do you think, so hypothetically speaking, and I'm just going to pose this because obviously we're just talking shit now. Do you think they get more mileage out of Edge versus
Yeah.
Punk? Or
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, they definitely get more
Okay, so
mileage out
that's-
of Edge because you're gonna have Edge. I think is more open minded to the kid. Now, if we hear a story where Edge recommends something and somebody tells him to fuck off and he punches somebody in the face, at that point we know it's AEW's problem and not anybody coming in because
Mhm.
Edge is going to come in and Edge is going to make his thoughts known and be like, hey, maybe this isn't smart, maybe this is the way to go. I hurt my neck doing this. Maybe you guys should be a little safer on this side. If they backlash on that, then that's on AEW at that fucking point. And it's just essentially PWG. And like I told Thrasher earlier, PWG stayed in a fucking bingo hall for so long because of what they were. You cannot be PWG on national television.
I think, I definitely do think, yes, they get more mileage out of Edge, only because I feel like he isn't like. Granted, I haven't listened to a whole bunch of Edge interviews or anything like that, but even just, the little clips that I've heard of him on Logan Paul and shit like that, he seems more akin to, and not saying that I know or don't know, like CM Punk and what he's like, or anything like that. But he seems a little more akin to playing ball, quote unquote, than CM Punk was, where CM Punk was a little more rigid with like, okay, this has to be this way for me, type of thing, or
Yeah.
it's just not gonna work, type of thing. Versus where Edge is more so like, hey, I just want to go out and wrestle and have fun, like what I'm saying, like. So I do think they get more mileage out of Edge just in that sense. Obviously, I don't think it's going to be a situation where even with CM Punk, and obviously we saw that, I don't think there was ever going to be a situation where Edge is not wrestling every week. Like, I think Edge, I feel like, Edge, quote unquote, Adam Copeland goes into the spot that Cody Rhodes is in right now, where he doesn't have to wrestle every week, but they're probably going to find something on the show for him to do.
For him to do, yeah.
They're going to have him come out in his pyro every show, maybe, which I still think looks better in WWE. I don't know what the difference in the pyro is, but just something aesthetically about the pyro, which is a very minute point, and this has nothing to do with nothing. Something aesthetically about the way that the pyro looks like their cannons are different from WWE cannons, so it just looks different to me. So like his shit does not hit the same as.
Well, it was funny. I'll say this now. Well, real quick. Now that Thrasher walked away, did you guys notice that Edge walked out and only went to one side of the ramp because the other side was empty?
Oh, you know what? I didn't pay attention to that.
He only did a thing on the one side, and then he went to go walk to the other side, and there was nobody there. And he was just like, all right, guys. So now Thrasher's back. What's up, Thrash? I thought you fell
I didn't
asleep
see
on
that.
me. I thought you fell asleep on me, Thrasher.
I had to get up and walk around.
Yeah. All right. So this has been
So
fun.
do we
We've
think
been at
that
this-
whole feature presentation thing stays in his interest? I mean, without the whole vignette thing, or is it like the feature presentation and then his music just?
I like that. I like that feature presentation. And now time for our feature presentation. I like that a lot. I thought that was really cool. So we'll see what happens with that. But no, this is obviously been fun. We had our fantasy booking and we had our whatever you want to call that's Lawson booking.
Best one. You're welcome.
That's,
Fantasy
that was a
booking.
great
You know
card.
what? Great card.
You
You notice Slauson has been
hopefully
almost entirely quiet ever since he did his card. That was all his energy. That was all he brought to the show.
all the
That was all he
energy.
had.
All the energy. So next
Blue
week
is
we're gonna
low.
carry on this topic. We are not going to do any fantasy book. Do you guys want to do fantasy booking again? You want to carry on the story? You want to do backlash next week? All right, we can try for backlash. So let's go for that, guys. And this has been fun. Next week we're gonna get back normal a little bit. This was a little thrown together show. We'll have Noah's cornerback. We'll have Thrasher's post. Is that what we're called? Thrasher's turnbuckle. We'll have Noah's corner and Thrasher's turnbuckle returning next week.
I'm gonna do an
and,
intro for Thrasher. Have it ready. It's gonna be great.
Nice.
Yeah, Thrasher, be ready, Thrash. So we're
Do
working
we
on
want
that
to
for you.
establish?
Also, I have the
I-
one for you can do what ifs too. I have that what if one. I like the what if one. Joe can do his
Yeah.
conspiracy.
Mm.
Joe's
Yep, I gotta find a
Joe's
good
conspiracy
theory.
corner.
Joe's conspiracy corner.
I think I'm
The
gonna do
government
this
is
off-
trying to control the population. Taxation is theft.
That
That is
completely
the other
different.
YouTube
That
channel
completely.
with your background.
Yeah. So
Um,
all right, guys.
That's three
what,
dads
Noah?
in tinfoil hats.
3 dads.
uh,
We gotta end this.
Can we
gotta
agree?
end this.
Can we agree on maybe like 5 matches for the backlash card?
There you go. 5 matches backlash card. Sounds good to me. We'll catch it up on the chat. Noah, who is this brought to you by? One more time, and then we are gonna wrap it
Of
up.
course, this is always brought to you in part by, almost fully by, E&J Brandy. We have a nice Grand Blue VSLP bottle here. Please go to your local liquor store, step over that piss stain, step past the trash that is right by the door, the empty water bottles and the broken liquor bottles, and go ahead and grab yourself a bottle of brand new E&J Brandy. Please sponsor us. We will wrap Joe's golf cart without his
Mhm.
consent,
Yeah.
regardless.
And after that, make sure you go on 3 Dads in a Batch, or it still might be on the Wrestling Paradise podcast.
No,
Make sure you
it's
like-
3 dads in a batch. Go like and
3
subscribe.
Dads in a Batch. Go like and
Yes, sir.
subscribe. All of our archive episodes are archived. All our old episodes are archived in there, and we will be with you guys every Tuesday as usual. We love
So
you
it's
guys,
not
and
Wrestling Paradox podcast on YouTube anymore?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I changed it, but I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure.
We'll double check. We'll make sure me and Slauson are on top of that, guys.
Can
Once
we
again,
start a new
before
tradition?
the tradition is Thrasher's falling asleep over there. That's the fucking tradition.
No, I know that. I know that. It's just going to be it's just for the ending, because a peek behind the curtain, fans. Joe has been enticing me to drink more on air, so I think that we should now end it with another shot, and then you guys can follow me at you guys can follow me at Noah King Pro and see what happens after said shot.
Hey, no self-promoting. No self-promoting here. So chug your shot.
Do it.
You got to talk before you chug. You got to talk before you chug. No one's fucking saw it. Nobody fucking saw it. So there you
Oh,
go.
shit,
Waste
you're
of a
right.
chug.
I'll put it in.
Hold on, I got one more. I got one more.
Hurry up.
I got
Hurry
one
up.
more.
And then end it on the chug.
Yeah.
I got one more. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Three Dads in the Bash podcast. We thank you for joining us. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate you for that. And with that being said, I'm going to toast one up for the boys, and we are going to get the fuck out of here.
This is Three Dads in a Batch.